everybody, welcome to Let's Learn. I'm your Excel instructor. Today we are going to cover if and nested if function. Guys, this function is the most popular function in Excel, and this function is used to test your condition and return one value if condition is met, another value if condition is not met. So it's very simple. This is actually the syntax. You can see if logical test, value if true, value if false. So this function itself, you know uh, sufficient to understand the overall the overall Byzantine process of this function, how this function works. To evaluate, we can evaluate multiple conditions also in this function. So to evaluate multiple conditions in this function, we need to nest multiple ifs inside each other. So in this session, you will find handful of alternatives, and they are definitely worth exploring. So guys, let's get started. This is one of my favorite topics, and I hope you will also love the way we have explained this process in a very simplified way. So guys, this is the syntax, and the if condition, the if function is one of the most versatile function in Excel, which enables you to make logical comparisons. So you can see, for example, if a2 equals to hello, then we are assigning 10, else we are assigning 12. So you can see if a2 equals to hello, then the result will be 10, else the result will be 12, because the condition is not met. So why 12 is assigned? Because the condition is not met. So guys, let me walk you through the entire slides about this function. So this theoretical part can get you more clarity before we get into exercise portion. So you can read all that, and logical test that we are checking. If a2 equal to hello, if a2 equal to xyz, so that value will provide you boolean value. Boolean means true and false, and the true, if these two values are optional, guys, as we have seen, the value put in square bracket, they're optional. This value is returned when the condition is met, and this value is returned when the condition is not met. Let me go to my second slide. Guys, this is one of the most crucial part of this nested if or if function. You can see these are the operators and these are the condition. So operator, the sign greater than is more than, less than sign, this sign is less than sign, and this is greater than equal to or less than equal to, this is equal to, and this sign belongs to not equal to. So they are very much useful and the most used in if function. So this is actually very much required. Let me make you through this thing also. They are simple basic if function. You can see first example, and these are the conditions. If e3 equal to 12, we are telling yes, yes. So e3 equal to 12, yes, e3 equal to 12, you can see condition is met, then we are telling yes. So you can see second example here, I'm highlighting. If e3 equal to 12, it's not 12, then we are telling yes, and then no. So this condition is not met, that's why we are giving no. You can see the entire explanation we have given over there. So they are all very basics. It's good actually to start with if and nested if function. So let me go and show you this function also. So over here what we have uh, planned to portray the data in such a way that you can understand better. They are the marks and the result, and you can say this is the budget, like predefined amount and the actual. It happens sometimes we spend more money. Our dad gives us pocket money. If we spend more, so we say that it's over budget or over expenditure. If it has yeah, not if the overall expenditure does not exceed the amount or budgeted amount, then it is within budget. So this is all how do you find all these things, greater than, less than, equal to, and so on? Without this sign, we can't make out the budget or the status about the candidate is pass or fail, whatever. So you can see in this example, there are two beautiful example we have taken to make you understand better. The marks and result are well specified there. So in the first example, what we are supposed to do, we have to find out if the students is pass or fail. So you can see the marks are given in C column, and D column we have the status. You can see this is the formula bar where we are showcasing if C2, the highlighted cell, and 58, if C2 greater than equal to 40, of course it is greater than equal to 40, then we are telling this candidate is pass, else fail. You can see the fail candidate. This 39 is of course less than 40, so it is fail. 35 is also less than 40, fail, and so on. You can see 38 and else. Other students whose marks greater than equal to 40, they are all pass. Let's jump to second example, guys. We are telling this is the A column budgeted amount, predefined amount, you can say, and the B column actually expenditures. So you can see that 929 was allocated, and then we spent 1200. So it is just within budget because we have spent less than actual. So you can see uh, actually you can see 978 and 900. So over expenditure, we are telling if A2 greater than B2. Actually, 929 and actual. If 929 uh, is the, one second. Yes, this function is clear. This is very basic actually. If A2 is greater than B2, then we are telling over expenditure. You can see that A2 amount is the amount which actually we have spent, and B amount is the amount which we actually had predefined. So B is the amount which is predefined, I think, in this example. So you can see that 893 and 789. So we have taken this example that way. So it is up to you. Like actual budget was this much, and what we have spent in A column, you can see 849. For the amount. So within budget. So 849 was the amount, and actual budget was 1657. So you take that way. It's up to you. So no need to be worry about the data. You just see the logic. Maybe you can say overall spend expenditures and overall amount allocated. Then you can understand better. Let me tell you another example also which can help you better. So guys, in this example, we have taken logical operators and. So there are two operators in an if or XLF function. They are very much useful when we are checking multiple conditions together. For example, if we have to select the best employee out of this data whose attendance is more than 90%, accuracy is nothing, more than 95%. So you understand there are two criteria. See, we are telling if attendance is more than 90% and accuracy is more than 95%, then only will give the award to the employee, or maybe eligibility criteria is there. The, both the both the conditions should be met, then we'll give the award yes, else we'll give no. You can see this example. I have highlighted this cell, I2. You can see no. Why no? Because neither of the criteria is met. Neither attendance is met nor accuracy is met, whereas attendance is more than 90 and accuracy is 95%. In any MNC, in any office, accuracy is always more than 98% is prescribed or defined in service level agreement. Guys, understand, because if you are given easy target, they are easily met. But guys, over here, why employees are given this target, so that if they don't reach to 98%, at least they will be somewhere closer to 98, so 97%. So this is how the accuracy is given in lots of processes where the client expect 100% accuracy. So when we don't deliver 100% accuracy, the process actually itself endangered or maybe jeopardized. Guys, understand the accuracy, how accuracy is very much important. So this session is all about not only to boost your efficiency, but also help you understand how accuracy can be achieved 100% in our process by incorporating all these basic Excel or advanced Excel functions. So stay connected in my session, and I'll keep on telling you lots of functions and lots of other alternatives to nested ifs where VLOOKUP can come to rescue, where uh, other than VLOOKUP or nested if, there are some other functions also, they can do wonders. So stay connected. Let me jump to next exercise. I hope this is clear to you. So once both the conditions are met, we are giving the award, else we are not giving award. Maybe we'll give them next time. So now this is clear. Let me see this example also. So guys, in this previous example, we have put AND criteria. AND criteria means both the items should be met or both the conditions should be met. So in this criteria, or means in a proper grammar, we use either word, either of the criterias. So either of the criteria should be met. Either first condition or second condition should be met. Then we can give you the award. Now the criteria is changed for those employees who are not getting award. Just to motivate people, we are giving them this kind of criteria here. Uh, if the employee's attendance is more than 90% or accuracy is more than 95%, either of the criteria is met, then we are making them eligible for the award. I know this is funny example, but uh, let's understand this way, that this is the data which we have prepared. Employee name is located in F column, guys, and in G column we have attendance, and in H column we have accuracy, and I column is our calculated you know filled, you can say, or you can say the formula is applied in this I column. So what we are doing, so in my previous example, you can see we have applied AND over there. You can see if AND, so and then we have applied bracket and comma, yes. So it means both the conditions should be met. The same way we are using the OR criteria, but instead of AND we are putting OR. So what we are telling, if either of them is met, and then we are telling yes, else no. So this is very basics, they are all similar to each other, but I have taken another example to help you understand better this function. They are very much useful in our day-to-day office life when we have to test the multiple kind of, or when we have to take the logical decision. So these functions actually come to rescue. So now let me tell you this example also. This is one of the most useful function when we have when we don't have data in our Excel file. So rather than blank cells, what we can show, to make the data more presentable, in the client meetings or to our managers, we can showcase this kind of data. So now you can see if and nested if continuity function. With this function, we can handle the blank cells and errors so easily. There are two examples for blank and error handling as follows. You can see that score, in the score column there are students code, and the score column we have the division error, guys. So division error and then eligibility. So the candidate whose code is 5643-G and the second 4327-B, their scores are missing. Maybe the criteria, wherever criteria has been applied, is wrong. So you can see it could be any case, guys. So what we are telling here, rather than showcasing the error, we are putting actually the error keyword. So error keyword means it is a text we are putting in H column. What we are telling over there, if G2 is an error, if G2 cell is an error, though we have used the formula is error G2. If G2 cell is an error, then we are telling it's yes, it's an error. If we are telling G2 greater than 95%, we are telling yes, else no. So this is how it is used. And same way we can use this logical function. Actually, guys, this is the condition. Try to understand this. Inside if, we have the first condition where the logical decision is made. So we are telling if G2 is true, then we are telling data missing. So you know that if I tell you G, the first data missing cell, of course data is missing and G2 cell is blank, then it is condition is met. So in the second example, if the condition is met, we are actually assigning data missing. So try to understand that in the first example, if condition is met, we are telling it is error. If condition is not met, we are giving the eligibility criteria. But understand now, don't take other way around. Over here, we have used the formula in such a way that if is error. So if condition is met, then we are giving error. Else we are telling if score 95% greater than, then we are telling yes. So there are two conditions over there, because you can see there are three conditions. If we have the error, it will give error. Second condition, if the score is greater than 95%, we give yes. two condition, else, like if error or else. Apart from error and else, yes. Apart from error and yes, we are telling no. So here also we have three criteria. First criteria, it is checking G2 is blank, then it is telling data missing. Second criteria, if G2 greater than 95%, then it is yes, else no. So guys, it is very basic example. So let me show you another example here. Guys, this is amazing function. That function, you can just read this and try to connect. Why we are using nested if. They're all basic. So better than nested if, we can use this function also when we have multiple conditions, because with nested if, you will understand the challenge, which I will cover in this session, but I will try to simplify all the functions as easy as possible to make you understand better those functions. So guys, understand this is kind of a different style of using choose function instead of nested ifs, where we are trying to get the index for all the values, and then we are assigning these values. Though index function and choose function we have already covered in our previous sessions, but here actually we have to see how we can use this function. You can read this. Choose function is a good alternative for producing index number which points to the condition met. So now it's very simple actually. So in choose function, we are telling that the first index will get poor, and second index will get average, and third index will get fair and good and excellent. If I tell you the score are 39, so I'm putting all the conditions. So 39 means, of course, it will be this condition will be met. So it will give one index. Of course, if greater than zero means it is one. Though we are adding everything, so try to understand. Boolean values we are adding everything. So you know that it will give all 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose if it is 30, suppose one example I'm giving, if it is 50, so we are telling, of course, the first condition will be met, it will give 1, and it is greater than 40, it will give 2 criteria. So it will, in this first scenario, it will give 2 criteria. Though I have changed the things, so you can use that maybe to make you understand better. If it is greater than 20, okay, so now you can tell that if greater than 30, and this criteria you can use greater than 40, and then you can use this greater than 50. Now understand this criteria better. If someone's score is 50, what actually he will get? This will be assigned 1, and this will be assigned 2, and this will be 3, and this will be 4, and of course 4, because we are telling 50. So this is 4. So 4 means 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be good. So if someone scores 40, that score will be good. If someone scores 39, he will score fair. So guys, you understand that this is one of the best functions ever we have seen by today, where we will be covering all these functions practically. So this is actually good function. This is just to help you understand how nested if gets all the treasure in that. So let me jump to now the last slide of nested if. You can see guys, using vlookup function also we can you know uh, do this nested if things. So this is actually interesting function where vlookup comes to rescue and gets the closest match. You can see they are the seller in this example. By today we have used vlookup function with exact match. So this is actually good example to help you understand where we can use closest match, or rather than exact match. What is the difference between both of them? So guys, you can see this is the data. This is the data I have, and in this data set you can understand that how the commission is created, guys. We have the seller, we have the sales, and we have applied the vlookup. So understand now how we have to calculate their commission percentage or apply the percentage. So this is the data which is very simplified, and if we have to apply vlookup, it is very easy for us to get the value out of this table. Now I have covered all the slides, and let's start with very basic example which we have seen earlier now. So let me show in Excel how we can get this example, guys. All right. So simple VLOOKUP, guys. Let me take you an example. Okay, so this is actually my dummy data set, guys. What is the condition actually? What is the condition? Simple VLOOKUP I'm telling, and we are telling over there if let's do that this way. I'm taking this data, I'm putting this data here. Try to understand what we are doing here, and this is the time where we can explore more. So we are telling the criteria. If this is United States, we will put that US. If this is United Kingdom, we'll tell UK. If this is Canada, maybe we'll make a easy name or short name. Germany will put that. Okay, let's do that. So abbreviation we can understand better. Okay, maybe short name. Okay, equal to if function. You can use this way. If logical test. What could be the logical test, guys? Very simple. If this name equal to United States, so we are telling US. All right, and now else we'll tell non-US. So maybe let me make it more simplified for you. Let's have yeah, this function, guys, understand. So we'll use this function this way only. Let me format this alt HBA, guys. So what we are doing here, if this K2 equal to United States, so we are assigning US, else we are telling non-US. So guys, you know, this is a function called there is a tab called formulas, and there is one option called evaluate formula. So you just open this window and see how this window, performs. You just click on evaluate. So evaluate means now the formula will check if K2 is equal to United States. So yes, it is clear. So it will throw this area K2 equal to United States. It is true. It will give the true value. Now it is checking. So now it will give true value. You can see if true. Yes, the first condition is met, and then it will give the US, and it will come out that right US, and now this. You can see that way. So let me tell you again this function. Maybe it will be easy for you to understand. If this is equal to United States, we are telling US. All right. Else, now understand this. This is the actually screen tip, and you can see the argument. If logical test, comma value if true. So understand this formula. If the condition is met, what does it mean? If logical test, it means if the condition is met, value if true, the value which we have assigned now US will come, and it will get out of this function. So the result will be US. So now in this function, if you don't give any other criteria, you know that you can see in this function, I'm highlighting that. You can see I'm highlighting this function. You can see if logical test is met, then value if true will come. You can see both the value, they're optional. Whether you give or not does not impact, but either of them you have to give, because if you're doing the logical test, it will throw true false, of course. So let's understand that way, like what actually the formula is telling you. It's telling you no. So it means whether it is logical test or not, you have to give at least either of the values. So you are telling US. All right, now wherever is not the value, it will give the zero or false value. So you know that this function US, we are not defining any value if condition is not met. So the formula is intelligent. Wherever condition is met, it has thrown the US as an output in this table, but the criteria, the value if false is not given, though it has given the false. But now you can specify in this function, if value is false, you can give non-US, guys. So if you drag this function, you can see it has come US and non-US, guys. So US and non-US, both the options have come now. I hope it is clear to you. Let me have some more examples, maybe differently. I can, try to help you to understand better. Let me type this formula here to help you understand this one. So now the condition is over here. We'll use differently this function. If the United States will tell non-US. All right, this is clear. So now if I tell you another example, maybe I'm giving some code, all right, or maybe I'm telling you some kind of status. Okay, so I'm telling over there 1 to 12, or maybe some random number we can select. We can make 14, we can make 12, we can make 16, we can make 17, we can make 2 19. So guys, these are the codes called HPA. So now we are telling over there, if the number is greater than 12, if number exceeds 12, then we are telling good to go. So if the number exceeds 12, we are telling good to go. So over here what we are defining, if in this case I'm going to help you understand how we can use operators in this function. If this greater than 12, so if this greater than 12, try to understand, if I press this function, if I select this area and press F9, it will give the boolean value true false. All right, now you can see if that value k12 greater than 12, then we are telling good to go. Always remember that the text should be enclosed with inverted commas. Okay, now good to go we have to mention. So you can see the first condition. If first condition is met, then we are telling good to go. Else we are telling not allowed, not allowed. So this is the function. If k12 exceeds 12, good to go, else not allowed. So now you see the function we have created. So 12 not allowed because 12 of course is 12, and the value which are greater than 12, they are good to go. You can see 12, 14 and 16 and so on 29. So this is how you can use the function. And same way you can actually change the criteria. If less than 12, they are good to go, else not allowed. So you can see, maybe I can reverse the situation. I can tell that control X, I'm putting control V, and I'm putting not allowed. So now all people below 12 are allowed. So why below 12? Below 12 not allowed. In this function below 12 not allowed. So you can see not allowed, not allowed, not allowed, and so on. All right. So if you do control Z, see this is actually same way. All right. See less than 12 not allowed, and then good to go. Earlier we have used greater than 12 allowed, good to go, and less than 12 not allowed. See both the examples are same, but now we have actually reversed the scenario. So you can see this example we have got this way. Let me copy this and paste it somewhere else. All right, and let me generate the same data with different style. So good to go we are telling over there, control X, you can put good to go, and you can put not allowed, not allowed. All right, and but in this case you have to change the operator also. It is now this. So control Z, yes. So now we are telling k12 less than 12. So if we do that way, good to go, now the criteria comes this way. So it's all up to you which actually things you are going to use. Now it has become wherever not allowed there, good to go, good to go, good to go, not allowed, and so on. See, it's all about criteria. You are telling if k12 greater than 12, we are telling not allowed. So else good to go. So greater than people are not allowed. You can see this, and these two criteria not allowed, and this is not allowed. All right. So if we do differently, let me just copy this function. Let me remove that. Maybe it will help you understand better. We are telling control C here. Okay. So now we are telling equal greater than. Now we are telling less than. And here we are telling good to go, good to go. And then we are telling not allowed, not allowed. So we have used this function a different way. So you can see not allowed. This is also not allowed, and these two also not allowed. Actually, this is all to help you understand better, guys. Now, good to go and not allowed. Actually, try and see that function. What is happening over here? We are telling if K12 greater than 12, not allowed, and this is actually if K12 less than 12, good to go. And over here, we are telling K13 greater than 12, K13 greater than 12, and not allowed, and good to go. And this is good to go. Why it is not allowed over there? K13 less than 12. So because this, see, understand this criteria. If K13 greater than 12, so this criteria is not met. So good to go. This comes in a good to go criteria. Now you can see if K13, you can see the sign. This is greater than sign, this is less than sign. If K13 is less than 12, we are telling good to go, else not allowed. So that's why it is not allowed. See the difference, guys. You know, almost everything is matched, and see, only this portion is not matched. This is matching, this is also matching, and this. So you can see the difference. So we have to be very careful. Again, you see that we are telling, so this guy is unlucky if this function is used wherever this function is giving good result. But you can see here in this example, if K12 greater than 12, so this function is checking first criteria. If K12 greater than 12, so of course over there it has come K13 greater than 12. No, it is not greater than, then it is good to go. So over here it is good to go because first time it is checking greater than. So now if you look at this function, it is telling if K3, K13 less than 12. No, it is not less than. So you understand that sometimes Excel functions are used in a way that where the person with minimal margin goes unlucky because of this case. So you can see this classic example where we have just reversed the scenario, and this guy is lucky when somebody is using this formula. If someone is using this formula, you can see the result, almost result. How many rows are there? 10 rows. 90% data is matched, guys. 90% data is matched, and 10% data is not matched because of that guy, this guy. Otherwise everything is matched. So you can see the big difference between the formula. So purposely we have included this formula to help understand the logics and the failures of such functions, where you should know what decision making you are going to take in the formulas. So you have to be very careful when you are using if condition, because logical decision has to be taken with kind of lots of care. You have to be very careful. Though in this example both the conditions are absolutely correct, but now let the big people decide which person has to be good to go and which person has to be non good to go. So this is how the examples come. So I think this part is clear, all of you guys. Let me jump to now another criteria which is called student grade, guys. So again over here they are all kind of little more than basics, but they will actually teach you lots of things over here. These are the scores or grades, whatever. Now the condition is we have to find out the category, guys, and this is the criteria. So when you guys understand the criteria which is supplied to you in your process, in your office, you have the data. You have to, cleanse the data. You have to use nested ifs or whatever category you have to find out. It's all subject to the requirement, guys. So what is the requirement over here? Less than 75 grade will be treated or deemed as failure. Let me have some more data, maybe 78 or maybe 84, or maybe I'm putting 71, 73, only 71, 71. Let's take that. We have this data. Now understand what is the criteria or category we have to include. Less than 75, we are treating failure. Less than 75, we are treating failure. So guys, understand. You can't just take the example, by just reading that hurriedly. You have to understand less than 75. So you can make this sign for the time being. 75 actually is the fail. All right, you can write somewhere this way, because this is the best way when you do something. Now they are telling greater than 89 are excellent. Okay, greater than 89 are excellent, and this is okay. And now they are telling greater than 75 and less than 82 average. So this is amazing, try to understand this. Greater than 75 and less than 82 average. How we are going to leverage, these options in our, nested ifs or if function. So this is basic function. I'm going to teach you today how we can understand that. So because we are going to use nested if in this function, but I have another option we called nested if. So let me tell you that first so that we can jump immediately to that with this basic example which we have created over there. So these are the students and these are my scores, guys. Understand that. I will come back to that student grade immediately after this is clear, because over there you have to use nested if. So with this basic example you will understand better. So now this is the category we have to supply to these students, and they are my student data, and these are the score. So now we have to supply that if some Winnie got 3 score, so 3 refers to average. So you can either you can apply VLOOKUP, guys. So VLOOKUP, if you are searching this person score into this table, as I mentioned, you have to press F4, and this is actually the table where the second index we have to take out, and comma 0. 0 means exact match, false. So now you see this is the score I'm getting, guys. This is actually is possible through VLOOKUP. But now let me try the same with my nested if equal to VLOOKUP. Guys, understand this is the VLOOKUP function. You can see this function. Let me copy this and paste it somewhere else to help you better understand. Okay, control B. Control B we use to make the font bold. All right, this is the VLOOKUP function. Let me do Alt HBA. Alt HBA is the most used by me, so please get used to using this shortcut key Alt HBA to make the border. Okay, and now let me try with if. With if, how we can do that? Equal to if this equal to 3. So now you can just you can see that 4 arrows. You can park this somewhere to the left so that you can see the table. If L2, which is this score, equal to 3, we are telling average, AVERAGE. You can read this category in PQ column. And now you are telling if this equal to C, uh, you can use either way around. You can use actually this way. If this equal to 1, you can tell excellent, because you can actually follow that excellent. If L2 equal to 2, you can say good. All right, and you can say if this equal to 3, you can tell average. All right, and now you can use if this equal to 4, guys, you can say IMP means improvement required. And now understand, now this is the most important place where I'm telling you what we have to do, guys. We have only 5 categories, 1 2 3 4 5. So we are telling if L2 equal to 1, we are passing excellent, and if L2 equal to 2, we are telling good. Now we have passed all the scenarios except 5. So if we have only 5 scenarios, then other than all 4, whatever scenario is there, we are telling out. So no need to specify these things, guys. All right, no need to specify these things. And you can say uh, after this, you can say this. If I just put this formula on the top, once I applied comma, this value false is highlighted. Value of false, value if false is highlighted, you can see over there. All right, so what we can do here, if false is there or if all the criteria are covered, then it can dig by default out. So for last criteria, you don't need to specify in the formula, because it will recognize other than all 4, whatever is left. If you pass 6 also in the score, it will give out also. So no need to worry about it. And you can see this is the output we have generated, average and good amp required, good, excellent, out, and amp required, guys. So try to understand this function, alt HBA. So what we are doing here with VLOOKUP, we have got this function, and with our if we have got this function, guys. So with VLOOKUP we have got this function, and with if we have got this function. So we can use either of them, and whatever is suited for our requirement. You can adopt any function, guys. So let me just copy this function and paste over there. So you can understand this function, control B I'm doing, and this is called nested if. So in this function we have nested multiple ifs inside each other, guys. So multiple ifs we have included inside each other. So if L3 equal to 1, we are telling excellent. If L3 equal to 2, we are telling good. If L3 equal to 3, we are telling average. If L3 equal to 4, we are telling amp required. And other than that, we are telling out. So guys, if I make over there 5, you can say it is telling out over there, because VLOOKUP means out. If I tell 6 over there, so 6 value VLOOKUP will throw error over there. So because we have selected this table where 6 is not available, so if value lookup value is not available in the table array, this is the VLOOKUP function. This is called table array. If lookup value is not available, if lookup value is not available in the table array, then the not available error will come. Not available error will come. And if value is there, like in this function, there is nothing as such that we can see all those things. So guys, just see that for 10 seconds. So this is actually amazing function, and we can use in this. So guys, now you can see the difference. If we are using VLOOKUP function, if the lookup value is not available in the table array, so then it will throw not available error. Or if in this function, this is actually better, because whatever value is given for false criteria, or for the condition are not met, so for everything it is giving out criteria. All right, guys. So I hope you understood from this function, and let me go to now with the different things where I can help you understand for the student grade. So what we were doing here, if uh, a student's grade is less than 75, we are telling fail, guys. Understand that. If less than 75, we are telling actually, you can see that if less than 75, we are telling fail, and over here we are telling greater than 75, less than 82 average. So we can actually tell that if less than 82, we are telling over the average. All right, and over here we can tell that uh, less than 82 average. Try to understand that this is quite tricky. Less than 75 will be failed, and greater than 89, it means less than 82. Of course whoever is fail will be fail, and then if somebody scores 76, so of course it is less than 82, so it will get into second criteria. So now the third criteria is that uh, it means if somebody scored uh, less than 82 average, and greater than 89 is excellent. So you can say greater than 89 is excellent. Yeah, there is another criteria over there, less than 89. Understand? Less than 89 we are telling good. So this is actually the criteria, which the criteria, it can be anything, it can be confusing, but we have to understand how we can place in our code. So now they are telling greater than 89 is excellent. So you understand I hope you understand this criteria, where we have to build the formula. Now on this basis we have to build our formula. So let me put the formula there, equal to if. So now I need your focus, because this is going to be very useful function, and the most used function in Excel when we take logical decisions. So now if any criteria is wrongly put, so deserving candidate will be loser. So guys, be careful when you learn something. Learn smartly and use the formula so effectively, and so that the result will always be appreciated. So try to understand how, complexity is involved in Excel formulas, where the result will seem correct sometimes, but if your logical, decision which you have to take on such criteria basis, maybe you have to, you know take out the insight from this data set in the G column I have mentioned less than this. Criteria which you will be getting can be different from your team or something, so you have to be very careful. So let's, build this formula. If this score is less than 75. So what will happen if this formula is totally built and spread across the table? So whomsoever or whosoever score is less than 75, they will be failed candidate. So, and it will come out of the formula then. So now we are telling if this cell is less than 75, we are telling fail. And now we are telling if again this you select that less than 82, so we are telling average. All right, now again you are telling if this is less than 89, then you are telling good criteria. So try to understand this function. How did we build this function? Because whose score is 76. So of course 76 is not less than 75. Then it will jump to second criteria. If 76 is less than 82, it will tell yes, and average will be pass on, and it will come out of that formula then. Now you see that if A6 less than 89, we are telling good. Now we are telling another criteria which I just mentioned. The last criteria you don't need to mention, because apart from these criteria, whatever is left over above 89, if someone's score is 1 and 2 also, this is not possible, because the scores are distributed or allocated out of 100. And now whatever scores apart from these, we are telling excellent. EXCELLENT, excellent. Now you see the result. You can see that purple color bracket. Now you see that red color bracket, and you can see the black color bracket. So you can close this, and now you see the result. Is the result correct? Let's validate this, and just this is the blank cells we are telling, and removing these cells so that it will be easy to understand you that. So now you see this is my table. Let me do Alt HBA. Again, Alt HBA. Alt HBA, you have to remember this because it looks better and formatted. And this is the criteria. Less than 75 fail. Of course, this is less than 75. Let's make it red. This is fail. Now we are telling less than 82 will be average. So of course, this is called average, guys. Average we can take yellow color. Okay, 91, 91 excellent. Let's take green color. This green will work. So above 89 is excellent. So now 73 is fail. So why 73 is fail? Because less than 75 is fail. 78 is deemed over there as average, because less than 82 average. 84 it is telling good, guys. So good can take this one. 84 is good. Can you see, is 84 good? Of course, because 82 average and above 82 is good. So this is clear. And 71 is fail, guys. So this is one of the beautiful functions where we have taken some kind of story out of this. We have built this function, and then we have executed this scenario. So I hope you found this useful, guys. Please keep on practicing, because unless we practice, it will be little difficult for us to keep updated. So stay connected on this session, where I will help you to explore more functions and help you understand other things in a better way. So let me do Control B. Control B is the shortcut key to make the font bold, and you can just increase the font size this way. So this is the function which we have used today, which can help you better to make the data in a proper way, where you can take logical decision with complete care. So now let me go to end criteria, guys, or criteria. Nested if, we look up, and then nested if. This part is clear. So maybe let me tell you this first, nested if VLOOKUP. This is easy to understand. Guys, this is my table. Sorry. So guys, nested if VLOOKUP, this is my table and this is the seller. So now what we have to do, try to understand this function. And sales, if someone does 1 rupee sale, they will get 3% commission. It is not possible, but this is the data which I have made for you to understand better. It can be $1, it can be 150 euro, and so on. So take that way. Okay, if someone makes a 200 rupees sale, they will get 7%, I know, 10%, 18%, 21%, and 32% guys. This is the commission percentage, and now this is the guy. So now what you will do to get these result in your commission percentage. So you can use simple VLOOKUP function. You don't need to use the nested if. So though you can use nested if also over there, but it's not recommended when we have the large table. Suppose you have the table of 30 rows or 50 rows or 70 rows, it can be any number of rows. So that will be quite cumbersome or labor intensive activity for you to get into that. Though you are learning Excel, so I don't allow you to get into nested if for such things where you have to use multiple criteria. So this is actually the function which comes to rescue to help you get the result in no time. So now take this value. This is the lookup value. Vertical lookup. VLOOKUP means vertical lookup, and then you are searching in this table. So guys, what is this table? We have to log this table because this table is constant table. This is the size of the table, K1 through L8. So if you have to see, there are two things. If you keep this table as it is, so this table will actually go, keep on stretching, or your result will be wrong or incorrect. So now we have to press F4 once to log this entire table. Now we need commission rate in this table. So you have to put second as the column index number. And now this is actually the crucial part of this function. So true approximate match, false exact match. Guys, this is the understand now. It is very easy. This is the commission percentage has been defined or has been allocated to exact amount. But when someone uh, does the sale of 160 or 100, which is not even there in this table, so here you will tell approximate match. All right, approximate match. So either you double click on this or either you click one or true, both are same. False and zero, both are same. So guys, if you drag this function, so what you can see here, after we have dragged this function, we can see 160 has been allocated 5% of commission, wherever 150 is 5%. So 200 onwards up to 249, you can see 250, it starts with 250, 10%. So 200 onwards up to 249, which is less than this, they will be allowed a 7%. So the same way up to from 150 to 199. So this is how the function works, and this is amazing function. You don't need to use this kind of things like from 2 to 149 or 2 to whatever, and you can say this from 201 to 249 or whatever. This is actually 200 to 249. You don't need to use such kind of calculations. You just see the table and you apply this function. This is amazing function. Please keep on trying all the functions which are covered in all the sessions. So the objective of our session is to help you and acquaint you with all the functions which are available in our Excel file, so that you know your way of working will be effective, and to help you boost your accuracy and efficiency. This is the objective of our session. So guys, stay connected. Let me go to now and criteria, guys, and or criteria. So now understand, this is actually the question someone is telling. This is clear, guys, and criteria, and this nested if criteria is clear, nested if is also clear. And now let me go to now end criteria. If score first and score second are 60%, the status will be pass, else fail. So now this is the criteria, which is very tough, and they are telling if both the scores are 60%. If you can see, if the first and score second are 60%, the step will be passed. So if both the score are 60%, then only the students will be passed. So by seeing this data, all the students will be failed in our kind of criteria. And this is the dummy data where we are just understanding. So maybe this is the first score of one subject or second score of second subject, maybe whatever. So criteria can be anything. Maybe you can increase the limit. Maybe you can tell that 90%. This looks better and logical. If you score first and score second, you know, both should be 90%. The status will be passed. So still, all the candidates will be failed. But let me do that 90% and 90%. So of course, this is the only person who will be passed over there. Let me make it first green and let's start the function equal to if. Guys, try to understand in Excel if we talk about 4%. All right, if we talk about 10%, if I talk about 20%, or if we see 50%, what does it mean actually? Understand, 4% is stored as number which is 0.04. All right, and this 10% 0.10, and if 20% we talk 0.20. If we talk about 50%, we tell 0.50. All right, so if you select everything, control shift 5. So control shift 5 is the shortcut key. Control shift 5, control shift 5, or control shift percentage, you can say that percent sign, which is close to 5. So this actually is percentage format. Apply percentage format. So this function we use a shortcut key to apply percent. 4%, 10%, 20%, 50%. That we do control Z. Control Z that way. Control Y. Let me do control Y. Okay. So you can see these are the things. So all the percent are stored as numbers. So 4% will be treated as 0.04. This is the value of 100. 10% means 0.10, 20% means 0.20, 50% 0.50. So now the condition is if someone score is 90%. So over there they are not percentage. So let me remove this percent from there so that it will be easy to understand that. But it is actually clear to all of you the percentage part. Over there we are telling and criteria and this equal to this. So we are telling if this equal to this, it is actually false. Now if we are telling if, so logical test. Now we are telling if value is true. So if this value is true, then it should be pass. PASS pass. If value is false, it will give fail. Now understand this, right? Only the green person will be pass. So now you see that only this person is pass because the criteria, this is the only person whose scores are meeting the criteria, meeting the condition. So now this is very basic example we have used to help you understand this function. So let me copy this function and paste it somewhere else, maybe over there, and put invert single quote to make you understand this function. So I hope you understand this function, how this function works in Excel. Let me jump to OR criteria now. So now OR criteria, what is OR criteria? If score first, score second are 60%. Now understand nestably pass, else fail. So score first score or you can use or this way. So if first score or second score, either of the score is 60, then that person will be treated as pass. So over here, Vicky will be passed as per our criteria, and let me take Sylvie. Sylvie also you make 60. This is one simple example we are giving. So over here we are telling you can take or. Or means either this condition will be met or that condition. If this equal to 60, if this equal to 60, comma uh, this equal to 60. So should be either of them should be met. So now we are telling if this criteria is clear, then we are telling pass. Now let me change the criteria also, else fail. So now I will change the criteria. They are fail and they are actually fail. Let me ask you one question. We are telling this person is pass, this person is pass. Though we have used or criteria, if I remove this 60, then also it will be pass. If I remove this 60, then also it will pass. If you make 67 or if you make 67, why it is pass? Because we are telling either of the criteria. If either of the criteria is met, then it will pass, else fail. So if you make this 45, it will be fail. Okay, but if you make 60, it will pass, and you make 60, it will pass. I hope you understood this formula better. Control C, and now you can just control, try to understand the logical decision, how you make the logical decision. Actually it makes sense. And now let me go to end criteria now to just revisit the function what we are telling over there. So understand that if score first and score second are 90, so we are telling over there end criteria actually 90 if these two person are matching. So you can see, if you read this formula, press F9, it is telling true. It is very easy. Now let me tell you this function, how we can use this function in a different way. So this is different style, different way of end function. So whatever we use, that is also correct, because when both the values are same, see over there end criteria is not required, guys, trust me, but we have used end criteria because this is the logic. Okay, press F9. So if you see this criteria, it will be true. Press F9. Okay, let me select this, press F9. You can see the values coming through, but use this formula this way. If equal to end, equal to end means logical one. If this equal to 90, comma, this equal to 90, this is actually the logical test and logical decision we have taken. Now you see all the values are false, only this value is true, all the values are false. So in this is the logical test we have used. You can use if and logical test. If that the condition is met, we are telling pass, else we are telling fail. So now you see the result what we are getting with this way. So these guys are fail, this is again pass, and you can see these guys are fail. So this is the another way, and this is the another way to do the same activity where you can perform your things. Let me do control B. So you can use either of them, because uh, see in this function, let me do little kind of uh, style that over there, if you're telling equal to if this equal to this, okay, but we can't do anything because this criteria, if you see this criteria is nowhere telling. If I make 45 over there, or if I make 45 over there, this will also pass. But actually the criteria is if we score first and second are 90, then it will be easy. So in that case it should be 90 or it should be 90, because 90 means somewhere we have to put that value. So you can say if both the values are 90. So how you can use this? So this function, whatever we have used earlier, this function we have to tweak actually. If b2 equal to 90, so this is actually incorrect function. So this is the correct way of doing this, because this is the question. If we score first and score second are 90, so if both are 90, so you can see this example is best over here. So you can do that way. So this is absolutely wrong we have used, because we are just checking over there if both the criteria, if both the functions are same or both the values are same, then we are treating them pass. It can be any criteria, guys. So you can actually don't use this function. This is actually wrong way. So this is the correct way of using this. And over here also, this is the correct way of using the function. So you can see this way and this way. I hope you got clarity now. Let me show you another example if I have with me here. Okay, so can we use the same function with the choose function? This is the last function of this session where we are going to help you understand how we can use the choose function, guys. So in choose function, you have to understand that the grade which are available over there in choose function, how we can do that. Let me just insert one column and show you how we can use. This is actually the function we have used, nested if. So I can write nested if. Now I'm using choose function. With choose function also, you can actually get this thing. All right, let me take you to the PPT where we have the data. With the choose function also we can extract the data. All right, this is actually the choose function which we have covered. So in the choose function, we will go through all the conditions. Wherever condition is met, we are just adding all the conditions. Suppose someone's score comes between 20 to 30, so of course they are meeting two criteria, so we will assign second value. All right, so here you have to be very careful while using the function. So how we can use this function? Equal to choose. Understand, now inside choose you can use one more bracket, and then you can tell that if this less than if this less than 75, if this less than 75, all right, plus again you can use another criteria. If this less than 82, guys, all right, and again you add another criteria. If this less than 89, all right, again you use another criteria. If this less than, now understand, if this less than 75, less than 82, or less than 89, so now you can use that if this criteria is greater than maybe 90. See, less than 89 means, or maybe you can use greater than 89. So they are all four criteria, guys. So someone's score is 76, they will be assigned two value. If someone's score is 90, so how much value it will be assigned? 90 means of course 75, less than 75. So that will be of course that value will not work here. So over here we have to be very careful what function we can use there. If that value in the choose function, if I pass 71, so that will be 0. All right, if I pass 76, so 76 means that value of course less than 75, no, so it is greater than that. So in this function you have to use greater than criteria. So let me jump to the PPT and show you we have used somewhere greater than criteria. All right, because this criteria will not work either way around. Let me show you another style. First try to understand, if someone's score is greater than 75, so greater than 75 means they will get 76, so they will get 2. If someone score greater than 75 and greater than 82 and greater than 89, two criteria are there, 1 2 3 4, and now they are telling, uh, try to understand, greater than 0 is the first criteria, guys. Try to understand this, greater than 0, and then we are telling greater than 75. All right, and then we are telling greater than 82, and then we are telling greater than 89. So these are my index actually. Comma we are telling fail, and comma we are telling average. All right, and then we are telling good, and then we are telling excellent. Okay. So now understand this criteria. If I go to this criteria, this is actually coming fail now. So because now understand how this function is working. This is actually first you drag this function and evaluate this function and correct this function so that you can understand better how this function is working. You can see in this function we are getting everything so nicely, but in this function the result is again you know like 90. How many values are there? 7. So this result is also great, but somewhere we can see average has become now fail. What could be the reason? The score are 75, guys. Trust me, 75 is the score. So with this choose function, you can see that uh, what we are taking greater than 0. If someone score are greater than 0, so 71. So 71 means it is less than 75, that will be fail. So this criteria of course is good. So you can make this red. Now 75 is the average according to that, because 75 is the average less than 75. If 75, because less than 75 we are giving over there. So this is not less than 75. Of course, it comes in the second bracket. So this is clear, guys. All right. Now you have to come over there in the choose function. We are telling if this greater than 0, of course. And now you are telling greater than 75. So it's not greater than 75, but it is giving 1. All right. That's why it is coming fail over there in this criteria. So you can see over there, this is amazing function. Again, the situation has come in front of us that this guy has become fail and the rest person has been successful. Now please, I request you, think about this scenario, and you know how you can actually use more logical things. This is kind of very good case study, for giving the deserving, the dues. So now you see everything is matching: excellent, fail, average, good, and fail. Now the way this function is constructed, you know it is just giving everybody, but over there in this function we are nowhere telling that, the scores, whose scores actually over there we are telling, in this scenario yesterday we are telling that if someone's score are less than 75 are fail, but less than 82 are average. So this guy whose score are 75, so that's why in the function if you see, people generally mention that less than equal to. So if they mention less than equal to, then the result comes awesome. So this is actually the way we actually perform our choose function instead of nested if, and we use choose function and these multiple ifs, all together. So accordingly, we can adopt the way suits our requirement. And thanks for watching this entire series has been wonderful, and we have tried our level best to cover as much as possible in this session. Please, uh, thanks for watching this, and have a good day.